Never forget when your first smile nearly swept me from my feet. And I knew from that moment the rest of my life on earth would be complete. Thought that this would be the one to grow roots like a big oak tree. Here was my chance to make a good woman happy like she sure deserved to be. From that first cup of coffee to that last glass of wine, this world keeps turning faster, so we take our time. Sewing and reading as I sat here making rhyme, living happily ever after in this once upon a time. I'll send a baby later, know that Cupid did not miss. Those days I would warm the side of the bed before our goodnight kiss. From that first cup of coffee to that last glass of wine, this world keeps turning faster, so we take our time. From that first cup of coffee to that last glass of wine, this world keeps turning faster, so we take our time. Growing gracefully older in present company. Crow's feet from laughter and pray at the temple in perfect harmony. This growing old together is what this song is for. But it feels like we've already been through this a time or two before. From that first cup of coffee to that last glass of wine, this world keeps turning faster, so we take our time. Never forget your first smile nearly swept me from my feet. I knew from that moment the rest of my life earth would be complete. Thought that this could be the one to grow roots like a big oak tree. But here was my chance to make a good woman happy like she sure deserved to be. From that first cup of coffee to that last glass of wine, this world it keeps turning faster, so we take our time.
Richter. Hello and welcome to another edition of Songwriters in the Round. My name is Julie Doherty, and we're joined by some wonderful songwriters from the North Country here today. Tom Richter from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and Cormac McCarthy from the same area.
Yes.
And of course we have Richie Grace on harmonica and mandolin today, a new instrument for you. And my good friend Woody Woodward on bass. He's still my friend, even though he's my husband. And my name is Julie Doherty, and I already said that, didn't I? Let's talk about this song that you just sang for us, Tom. Is that a song you wrote for your significant other?
Yes, I wrote that song for my wife Clancy for her birthday in lieu of gifts.
Oh, what a nice idea!
Yeah. Well, you know, I think my justification was that I had never made any money on my music, so I thought to be creative and save money.
Well, there you go. There's a new twist. I like that idea.
I rushed out at the last minute and got a little something.
Well, and as you should. Now, Tom, we've never met before today, but it's been really fun working up your tunes. I think that Cormac told me that you're making a CD. Are you in the process of making?
No, I'm in the process of attending engineering school.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
yeah,
when you do.
I appear daily at Public Works in Portsmouth. From 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I make my appearance.
Well, when you do make that recording, you make sure that we are all invited.
Oh, there
Yes,
you go. Yeah.
thank you. And
Now we know these
Now we know the
songs.
song.
I have enough tunes to make a recording, and I will soon.
Okay.
Well, I know that you have a recording. Is that fairly new? The one that
Yeah, that's it's relatively new. It's a couple years old.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
And tell me the name of.
Oh, it's Picture Gallery Blues. It's on Green Linnet Records.
Yeah. Now where is that label out of?
They're from Danbury, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut.
They do primarily Celtic, Irish, Scottish
Oh, that's
music.
nice. Well, you're Celtic,
Well,
part Irish.
part Irish, part German.
They do German-Irish
Right.
music.
Tom is German and Irish. We're both blessed with the charm of the Germans and the discipline of the Irish.
And Cormac, you've been playing for years.
Yep.
How many years have you been
Well,
performing?
I quit working at a mobile station in 1978,
Wow.
and I haven't been back since.
Wow, almost 20 years.
They're still holding your application.
That's right.
Well, let's hear a
I've
song.
been making living at music for a long time.
Yeah.
But when I drive by our Cumberland Farms nowadays, and I see a help wanted ad, I get this chill up and down my spine.
You can never go back.
No, you can't. No, I'm uneducable and unhireable.
Well, let's hear a song from that album.
Okay, this is a song called Blue Cadillac. There's so much razzmatazz about country music and country music people that I wanted to write a real life biography of Hank Williams, because he deserves it. Glad-handing fan from Dallas heard Hank when he slapped him on the back. His praise hurt him more than a whipping, a balding man underneath the cowboy hat. Wild as a whippoorwill, as common as sand, separate the singer from the song. You don't recognize your own name on the marquee. It's hard to shake what your mama told you for so long. You're no good. You're as useless as your father was. White trash. You're nothing but a shoe-shine boy. Well, how much money he made, you'd never know. The hand in his pocket wasn't always his own. His cold, cold heart on the radio. His friends went through his walk, went through his clothes, and the stage lights are as hot as that sun-baked town. If they talk to you at all, it was just to put you down. See, you get a little drunk just to make it through the show, to hide from the crowd, but you already know you're no good. You're as useless as your father was. White trash, you're nothing but a shoe shine boy. There was something special in that singing. Make a sinner give a damn. A warm blanket on a cold night. The voice that came all the way from Alabama. Takes a lonesome man, sing a lonesome song, and sing it so right, it sees you through to the dawn. And God gives the gifts, and for the gifts you must pay. For everything given is taken away. You're no good. You're as useless as your father was. White trash, you're nothing but a shoe shine boy. Asleep in his car, knocked out in the back, boots sticking out the window of a blue Cadillac.
What a nice song. Are you a big fan of Hank Williams?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you have a great country voice, but that's not really your, I mean, isn't folk really your...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Folk and blues.
But you can cross
German
over.
theater music, polka music.
Maybe you could do one before the end of the show.
I do the aqualung polka.
There you go.
Would you like to hear the aqualung?
Sure.
Yeah, this is a cross-cultural thing.
I think I've heard that before.
The aqualung polka.
I love it. Oh,
Julie, do you know the similarities between Zen Buddhism and polka music? In both Zen and polka, you must empty your mind of all thought.
oh, Cormac.
Sorry about that.
Now, are you working on a new recording at the time?
I'm writing songs.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And you said you have you're on Green Linnet Records.
Yeah,
Is this
presently.
the first album that you've done with them?
I've done two with them and then one before that on Reckless Records.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, it's wonderful. Your CD is great.
Well, thanks.
We're going to do another song from that a little bit later on, but I'm going to do one now. And this is kind of a blues thing. I don't know how to follow that polka.
It's a tough act.
It is, yeah.
Empty your mind of all thought.
This is called I've Got an Empty Mind to Love You. 2, 3, 4. I've got a mind to love you and a heart that sees through your way. 'Cause you're a perfect example of a rebel who has seen better days. Running on empty, baby, better slow down. I'll give you one more can't deceive me, honey. I know you care. I got a mind to love you. Ooh. It's time to face cold hard fact. Your wild days are over and they ain't coming back. You better think about settling down before you lose the best love that you ever found. It's time to face the cold hard fact. Your wild days are over and they ain't coming back. You better think about settling down before you lose the best love that you ever found. I ain't no cradle robber, you ain't no babe in the woods. All your parts have been used, but I'm betting they still work pretty good. I can see it in your eyes that you wanna let go. Don't try to fight it, 'cause I want you to know I got a mind to love you. Ooh, I got a mind to love you. I got a mind to love you. Sound good, you guys. Thanks. That was from a CD we did about 7 years ago, I think.
Fish Tracks. We did
Fish
it
Tracks up in Portsmouth. This is a Portsmouth kind of day.
Yes, it is.
Well, I want to hear another one of your songs. And tell me what the name of this is.
Well, the name of the song is Best Years, and it was a tune I wrote about 10 years ago when I first came to New England. I was a full-time musician playing in the New York State circuit, which would be the college coffee houses, bars, and restaurants everywhere. And I grew up in northern New York State, and that's where I was living up and around Potsdam, New York. When I came to New England, I pretty much severed all my ties up there and began all over. And I think it was a period where I did a lot of recollection, and I just tried to make a clean break. And I wrote this song, Best Years, and it was the first tune I did here in New England.
The truth of the matter is that I still love you. Though it's hard to hold this heart out for so long, still searching for true love, this soul survivor just can't see what's right before his eyes. Well, this is long distance calling. Through these lines we are falling until we find ourselves searching for the best years of our lives. A town to the north, I'm just Green Street strolling. But I've got you and me, and then some on my mind. Thoughts take me down where your water washes. And Cape Light shines reflected in your eye. We're beached upon the Atlantic, yet another hopeless romantic pulls his chin, wonders if he'll find the best years of our lives. Wishing I knew for certain this road we travel would bring us that much closer to the stars. Learn a lesson from sad songs, take what life has offered. The highest truth flows freely from this heart. When only your love and you know, towards this light must our souls grow. Close your eyes, let yourself return to the best years of your life. That I still love you.
Nice. Well, you really write
Thank
nice
you.
love songs.
Thank you. I'm primarily a blues player, but this
Are
is
you
sort of my
really?
sensitive,
Yeah, it's
quiet
sensitive,
side.
quiet
Lightning
side.
Tom Richter.
Lightning Tom Richter?
Lightning Tom Richter.
Sounds like a whole other story.
Well, we have a strong blues scene up in Portsmouth,
Yeah.
and so there's a lot of good players.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of great.
And to cut through the din, you have to really play blues up there. It's more of a bar atmosphere.
Well, I'm going to do a song that's from my last CD, like the last song that I did. This is called Hurting Things. We don't speak of hurting things. They just come and go on seasons with. Fear is only in our minds and in our hearts and souls at evening time. But with the light that the morning brings, we can wake up from our frightening dreams and find comfort when the robin sings. But we don't speak of hurting things. We don't share our silent war. We just smile and hope it doesn't show. Unpleasant thoughts we try to hide, but our
song.
Well, you know, we're coming to the end of our show. It's been really great meeting you both. You know, Cormac, I think we met about 10 years ago up at the Codfish.
Yeah, it was
in
we were in
Portsmouth.
high school.
We were in high school at the time.
And-
We graduated from different classes together.
Yeah, I was begging you for a date. You
That's
said
right.
you were going steady with some other guy.
I think it was Woody.
You humiliated me in front of a lot of people.
And we're doing it again right now on national TV. But, you know, I mean, actually, I feel as though I know you. We've only
yeah.
met once, but we've talked how many times on the
Well,
phone?
10,
At least.
or at least to
Please.
our machines.
And it's really great having you
Well,
on.
it's one of those things where I go places and you were there either there the week before I was or the week after or something.
But we're going to end off the show with a song that Cormac wrote, and this is on his latest album. And this is called Marigold Hall. And I think you have a little story behind the song, don't
Well,
you?
actually, this is a song Bill Morrissey and I wrote together.
Oh, no kidding.
To try to describe that warm, fuzzy feeling that New England exudes. Yeah, I'm renaming Maine as the Big Howdy State. And
Can't get there from here.
no sir. But this song called the Marigold Hall, and it's a place in Salisbury, Massachusetts. But it's not really about there. It's just about the kind of place that you would rent for your wedding reception if you were incredibly broke. And in fact, I got married here in Massachusetts. We rented a rod and gun club for our reception.
How appropriate.
Yeah.
It was a shotgun wedding.
Well, no, it was close. And no, but it was funny because we got to the place and suddenly my wife to be sees all the deer heads on the wall, and she just stopped and went, "I can't have those glassy eyes staring at me on my wedding day." So the next thing you know, her brother and I are up on ladders putting bandanas over the eyes of the deer heads.
I hope you got pictures of that.
Yes, and it was even weirder. So then we were just staring at these deer heads with bandanas over them, and it didn't look right, so we put a cigarette in the mouth of each of the deer, and it looked like Bambi's last request at her firing squad. And then it had a thing to it.
You know, we better not let the ASPCA know
But the great thing about rod and gun clubs is after a couple of bottles of champagne, we're out back shooting at everything that moved. It was really a ball.
about this. It really was a shotgun wedding.
Oh, hell yes. Because, you see, I grew up in the part of New Hampshire where alcohol, firearms, and tobacco wasn't a federal bureau. It was just a recipe for a good time. So with that in mind,
Yes.
So with that in mind,
Everybody at home sing along.
that's right. On a night we'll go dancing at the Marigold Hall. Mostly a good time, really a brawl. Tonight we'll go dancing at the Marigold Hall. Dancing and dancing till we hit the wall. Well, that Sue is so sweet, she's so big and round. She floats like a feather from her ankles on down. Her husband likes dancing, she likes it more. She drags him around like she's sweeping the floor. The young Reverend Henry, he sits by the band, his hat in his lap and his heart in his hand. He watches a school nurse dance around with the mayor, and with every twirl he whispers a prayer. Whoa! At the Marigold Hall, mostly a good time, it's really a brawl. Tonight we'll go dancing at the Marigold Hall, dancing and dancing till we hit the wall. All right, let's hit the wall now. You know, I always see her when she comes through the door. We used to be lovers, but not anymore. I loved her kisses. Lord, they gave me a wrench. They tasted like wine. They were so cheap and French. Now look out here. There in the corner, a figure appears. He's put on some weight. He's gone gray with the years. He jokes with his friends or he sings with the band. But nobody says much, it's just Elvis again. Oh, tonight we'll go dancing at the Marigold peasy verse for you baby boomers at home. You know what? For all the LSD you took years ago, you never did get that flashback, did you? They promised you flashbacks, didn't they? It never happened. You were ripped off, man. You see, the wrestling coach, he slips a 5 to the combo. They play Purple Haze as a lysergic combo. He knots his shirt round his waist, sticks a rose in his ear, does an interpretive dance with a bottle of beer. Now his cousin, that's the chief of police, and there's a man with a plan. Sits by the punch bowl away from the band, and he spikes the punch as he sits there alone. And then he pops all the drunks as they try to sneak home. Oh, tonight we'll go dancing at the Marigold Hall. Post me a good time, really brawl. Tonight we'll go dancing at the Marigold Hall. Dancing and dancing till we hit the wall.
Great fun. Thank you, Cormac, McCarthy,
Thank you.
Tom Richter. Let's do that again.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.